Got some sausage going. Some eggs we'll mix with it. Before school, what we doing? Playing with the little Legos? Everybody's got their own Lego boxes, huh? Where's the... There she is. Is this the best place for it since it's like right in the kitchen?
Yeah, it's high.
High enough so JJ can't get it?
Yeah. I got some of those things. But that means I can't pour it up.
I'll pour it, baby.
Yes, I don't have to pour it.
No, you can pour the drinks. I'm gonna pour it in a little half gallon. So go give me some jars. Okay, as you can see, it is very misty and a little cool. It's actually, we have a cold front coming through. We had a crazy raise you saw on the video. We didn't get as much as we needed to get done yesterday done. So today, we're gonna try to take what we didn't get done and do today. So first, yes, like we said, we left the bulls on that area for a time. They've ate it down, and now it's time to move them because I don't want them hurting the ground with all the rain we got. We got about probably 2.5 inches yesterday, I would imagine. So I need to get them moved back to the pastures they're supposed to be at. I'm hoping they'll walk together. So we're gonna try to walk them, then we gotta move their hay. Then we're gonna kind of take them, you know, where we were with the chickens yesterday. We'll go back over there. Look at the creek coming off the... Okay, change of plans. We're gonna walk through the field. They didn't want to go, so we had to turn them towards the gate. So they're just gonna walk across this field. All right, first chore of the day done. We just got tons of good grass on it. And again, that's why plans kind of changed. We had the girls over here, they were gonna do it, and the boys were gonna stay in the new areas, but because we had so much rain, I can't jeopardize that. So this is where they'll be going to, all down in there. But the only worry about temporary fencing, which I'm here, and we're not going anywhere, but the only worry is Petey, even though he's not crazy, he tends to not respect the fence as much because he wasn't raised with it. We bought him as a calf, you know, not raised him like the others. So he doesn't respect it really well. So there's times he's out, kind of like Ike used to do. Not bad, not tear anything up or go crazy or run, but just don't respect it. Okay, so hay bale is moved. I'm sweating now. Whew. So I got the pallet forks on the tractor. I'm gonna go move that hen house that's too big to move by hand. The rope's broke, so we can't use the Ranger to pull it. And it's so wet, I don't think I can pull it anyway. So I'm gonna try to go pick it up with the forks and get it away from that area so I can get a silage tarp there and move it to where it needs to be. While we have this thing up, I think what we're gonna do is take it over there, and we're gonna just strip it all down the next few days and try to make this coop better. It's just a piece of junk. Don't judge me. It's chickens. I don't even like chickens. Don't judge me. But anyways, we gotta get this thing looking better, because it is kind of usually in the front yard, and my wife doesn't like that too much. Miss Mac is wondering why it always looks so crappy. That's probably why. So I need to fix that and get that looking better than it does. Okay guys, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna tear that one apart and kind of rip off all the old stuff that's no good. And then here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna show you the easiest way to build a chicken coop over a few hours. Especially if you're working about trying to do it on a weekend time, this is gonna show you how. And then we're gonna rip that other one apart using the same things. We're gonna try to put it back together and try to make it lighter, but also ableness to move. Now, the thing is, nesting boxes. These are more chicken tractors, such as meat birds, pullets. You can put nesting boxes in it, and we'll talk about that. There's ways you can do it with milk crates and things like that. So we'll discuss that a little bit. But let's we got the hay moved, we got the cows moved, the bulls moved, we got the chickens dealt with. I'm gonna kill these chickens because they're gonna stress me out because they keep getting out and getting my flower beds. And or excuse me, my raised beds where the winter stuff is. So we've got all that done. So now we got to build this little chicken tractor, basically. Now we haven't forgot about this one. Y'all know about the pink prison that we're building for the turkeys out in the permaculture, or excuse me, the chickens out in the permaculture area, and that'll be the ones we move for spring. That's the one we were gonna work on, but because it's such a big project and we need this done now, I need to go ahead and build something to get the chickens out of the garage, get these chickens all together with them, these little freedom rangers that keep getting out. So we're just gonna build them a smaller Chickatrass, smaller Alcatraz. So it's not gonna be quite big as that one, and that one's we're gonna finish it up and we're gonna show you that. But right now we just need to get something for chickens not to keep getting in our raised beds. You see we've got basic tools. We got a miter saw. You can use a skill saw. I actually had a skill saw, this was easier. We've got our air compressor, our 2x4s, some tin, and some, this is the coolest stuff. This is what you see, like a smaller, I don't know, it's smaller, cheaper, expanded metal. One thing I like about it is 3 foot by 8 foot. So that's perfect. We're gonna utilize that and the tin for roof. Now this is plastic tin. I like it because it's lighter, and also it lets light through. Chickens like light, so this is going to allow to keep the rain off of them, but allows it to feel like they're always outside even when they're not. So what we're going to do is build this basic triangular structure. One thing I've gotten where I built all these square structures, and we have the cluck wagon and all that, and I love how they can roost on it, but the problem is they use it as a jumping spot to get out of the nets, which makes me mad. Plus they mess the top up with all their goodness. I need their goodness on the ground. So by building this as a triangular shape, I'm thinking that'll help them not roost on it, or at least jump off of it. Even if they do roost on it, it'll naturally go off because the rain will wash it off. So I think there's a lot of advantages by building it triangular. So let's get started. And we'll show you kind of what we're doing. We're doing basically 8 foot long, 4 foot wide, because we can cut a 2x4 in half, and there's your sides. And then we're going to cut 2 more 2x4s or 3 more and go on the sides here and make it just go straight up like a teepee. So basically I'm gonna have less than, probably 8 pieces of lumber in this thing, and it's gonna make it a little bit lighter. The best thing to use, if you can split it down the middle, I have a table saw, but I just don't have it with me. And also if you can buy the little 2x2 squares versus doing the 2x4s, that would even make it lighter. So I challenge you to even try that if you want to use this same kind of way of building. But this just helps you have minimal cuts, in a way that you can contain your chicks, but make it light enough where you can just pick it up. You're not building a door because there's no purpose in it, because you'll be able to pick it up, put it on a bucket or whatever to get them out and in, and then at night just basically close it back down. So let's get started. Okay, basic structure, simple, 4x8. I mean, nothing spectacular, very easy to do. So now we need to get our angle. So we're gonna cut another board in, we'll actually cut 1, 2, 3 boards in 4 foot increments, and then we'll get the actual angle, cut the angle off of it using our miter, and that is literally all it is to the frame. It's going to be very light where you can move it, but then we're going to put these on it that's already 8 foot, so it makes it where you have almost 0 cuts, 0 waste. You're using 4x8s all the way throughout, so you have literally no waste, and like the easiest chicken tractor you can build. Got to this point, you can brace this every 2 foot and put basically 4 4-foot pieces on each side, but we're going to use what we got, and we were 1 short to do that, so we're going to use 3 on each side. We have another 2x4, but we're using it for something else. So we've got the middle measured. We're going to put the 3rd one in. We've already got these anchored. You can see we just got these leaned against each other and screwed in right there. So he's coming along. We're going to put the screen on each side, the tin on each side, and then we'll have just the triangle to work with. We have another sheet of this, and we'll measure it out. I'm gonna try to give you exact measurements of what you need, so that way you're not in any waste. I think I've got 1 more of those pieces I can use. Here's where you can get creative. Like Aiden was just talking, you can put tin and tin, and then put, mesh and mesh, to where you just have the angle up here covered, or you could do tin on one side, mesh on the other. So it depends on how you rain or how you have it set up. If you're worried about rain, I would say getting in, it might be wise to put your tin on one side to where they can stay and, hover to one side. If you're worried about shade and you have them in a pretty good treed area, you may want to just put the tin right in the middle, and then the mesh on each side. So there's not a wrong way. I don't know which way you think. I'm thinking let's put tin on one side and mesh on the other, and that way they can hunker under one side if it starts raining heavy, because we have those storms. Okay, so we've got the main structure in right there. We've got to tighten this wall or this wire down here a little bit more, but now we're gonna put wire right on the face here, and on the face of the other side, Aiden's gonna go ahead and feed the rest of the animals. It's gotta be fed because chores don't stop. These are just new chores we're trying to get done, maintenance. So we're gonna go ahead and try to get these on while Aiden's feeding. 2 8-foot pieces of tin. You've got 2 of the what they call Gibraltar Construction 2.5 galvanized lathing. So that's what this is. You can buy it for like 10 bucks a sheet at Home Depot. And then I just use regular old 2x4s. If you're gonna put laying boxes in here, now I would probably get them off the ground for snake wise, but if say you just needed to have an emergency laying box, right under here, you know, when you move it, basically puts you 2 milk crates, cut the sides out like we've gotten before, or you can buy laying boxes that are plastic from Tractor Supply. Put it in there or build some woodlands right on the edge. So at least the last thing you want to do is anchor it to it though, because ultimately you're trying to make a lightweight movable tractor. So I would not anchor it to the actual, you know, structure. I would just be able to move them when you needed to. A little lunch break, leftover Thanksgiving. I don't know about y'all, but after I ate turkey and ham and all the stuff with it, I don't want it anymore. Boom. One side finished. Got this side started. Got to put that top level on right there. The worst part of this is having to cut this stuff. You can't use bolt cutters, you got to use the snips. And my hand is like killing me. All right, this ding-a-ling got a better set of snips and he's going to town with it.
Guess what? Big man over there can't handle little snips. Did you quit?
We got one big chicken in there. Okay guys, we are finished up. We're gonna be moving it now. So we have got, let me kind of go through the prices of everything, okay? So we bought all this stuff from Home Depot. So if you're interested in building this, we'll leave the links to all the products, but basically we bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2x4s. The 2x4s were, if you want treated on the bottom, there, you know, that you'll pay $7 to $8 for those. These are untreated because we're gonna put some water seal on them, or either burn them a little bit, and they'll be sufficient. So we have got $3.88 in each of these. So at Home Depot, they may cost $3 to $5. So let's just round them off. Let's say $5 a piece. So you have $30 in 2x4s, which that's high, but let's just say you have $30 in 2x4s. Also, we've got these meshes. These mesh 2.5 galvanized lathing. So that's what this is. We've got 1, 2, 3 sheets of it. We have 1, 2 on top, and then we took the last one and actually made enough for both sides. So those were $10 each. They were like $9.88, I think. So $10, that's $30. That's $30, $30, $60. You got 2 pieces of tin. These 2 pieces of tin were $12 each, so that's $24. So we have 24 plus 30 plus 30, 60, $84, and then we have some, you know, random fasteners and screws, stuff like that. So for under $100, you could build this 4x8 chicken coop that I say is just a cool little chicken tractor. You won't have the mess with the chickens getting on top. Basically, they can't roost on top to where they're going to be making a mess or jump out. Now, they can get up here, but there's not really enough ledge up there for them to hold on and stay like they would on their square cluck wagon like we got, or even that one way back there. So for $84 plus tax, you could build this. I challenge you to build them because I get tired of seeing old junky chicken, what do you call them? Just other chicken tractors and all these other junky things that we put our chickens in. I hate it. It stresses me out. It's the ugliest stuff that's on our farm is the chicken crap. So now we've got a new one. We're going to be building the big Taj Mahal that you're seeing that we're going to pull for the permaculture chickens across here. Fixing this one up because I'm sick of some junk. So guys, hope this helps. Hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit more of us just building, but hey, we've got this done. They've got cover on one side. They're safe from the animals. And ultimately, it keeps the chickens in. Boom. God bless. Happy homesteading, y'all.